The infrastructural development of Africa is not only a great challenge technically, but it will be the litmus test whether humanity is morally capable of surviving. Africa shouldn't have to take all the steps of 150 years of industrialization that Europe undertook, but should immediately be given access to the most modern technologies which human genius, labor, and engineering have created. And the first issue is an absolutely fundamental one.
The first thing needed, and it seems for somebody who has never been in Africa, something strange, is drinking water. They need drinking water and fresh water for the cleaning, fresh water for all what's needed.
Jacques Cheminade is the head of the French political party Solidarité et Progrès, which works in close collaboration with the worldwide LaRouche movement. Beginning especially with his official campaign for president of France in 1995, he has become well known as a political figure in France and in many other countries. At that time, basing himself on LaRouche's famous forecast of 1994, Cheminade warned against the coming collapse of the derivatives bubble. Cheminade has been a proponent of ending colonialism in Africa for many years. This colonialism exists today in the form of the British Empire's system of globalization, manifesting itself in brutal exploitation and the imposition of so-called wildlife reserves in order to prevent Africa from opening up its own natural resources for development. Today, Cheminade has announced his candidacy for the French presidential elections in 2012.
Lake Chad is in the middle of Africa. It borders Cameroon, Niger, Nigeria, and obviously Chad, 4 countries. And the Lake Chad pool concerns many other countries in Africa. It reaches into Sudan to the east and into Algeria to the north. Lake Chad covered 25,000 square kilometers in 1965, 64, 65. Now, it covers only 2,000, 2,500 square kilometers. And it is a terrible problem because Lake Chad is not very deep. The depth of the lake is between 1 and 8 meters. So, in a tropical weather, in a tropical area, there is evaporation. And if nothing is done about it, there will be no Lake Chad. It will have entirely evaporated by 2020 or 2025. There is another plan that we have developed, we in the Schiller Institute, and this would be to bring the waters from the Ubangi and the Shari-Logon rivers into the Lake Chad. But the water will be taken from outside the Ubangi directly into the Congo pool. This would mean to bring back to the level of 1964-65 the flow of water. We need for that, in addition to the about 15 billion cubic meters per year brought as of now, we know we need 35 to 40 billion cubic meters more. The first thing I mentioned is emergency, and it has to be done now. It has to be done right away, with training on the ground of a new generation of African youth. The Transaqua project plans to bring from the eastern part of the Congo pool 100 billion cubic meters per year, which is a double of what I said before. This would be done through a canal built between Kivu and the Lake Chad. This is 2,400 kilometers of a canal. This canal should be navigable. There should be exchanges of goods along the canal. We would have to plant trees, leaf vegetable. We have to do something to change the weather in that region. Man becoming, like for Nawapa in the United States, an engineer of the biosphere. What's very interesting is that this canal would cross the Lagos-Mombasa axis of African circulation. So at this crossing point of this canal and the Lagos-Mombasa, you can have development of industry. And you need along the canal the development of electricity with dams and also nuclear energy. Then you will have in that area industry. You can have foodstuffs. The transformation of food should be done in Africa. The vegetables and the agricultural production should not export it as such. You can have a wood industry. You can have textile industry. Now Africa imports textiles, which is an aberration. So you need the development of mechanic industry, of course, to train this young generation of Africans into mechanics. So, and you would have also this combination of electricity, industry, and training of a young generation of Africans. That's the key to success. And what we would need, in even more probably in Africa than in the United States and Canada, you will need this training of new Africans in a type of CCC operation, training on the ground, step by step, and not bringing everything from outside. So the Transaqua plan would be a regaining of the Africans over the mastery of their land, the mastery of their production, and the mastery also of their weather. That's our concept. And Sudan has absolutely to be brought into this project. It's the youth, the young people trained around the Merowe Dam in Sudan, which should be, so the Baal Ghazal, connected, by the way, to all this Lake Chad project in the Kivu or northern Kivu part of the project. You need a connection between the Sudan development and the development of the Lake Chad. It's a one. They refer to a word in Islam which is very funny, and I don't want to make a mistake. It's istiklaf. It means the mandate from the sky to improve and make the world better. And that will be exactly what will happen for the youth. And they need also to have a sense of the future. Africa, through the colonization, and until present times, has not a sense of the future. People try to survive in the present. And even people having gone to the university or to have certain studies. There are a few who have this sense of the future. And these people should be the cradle for the development of Africa.